We're going to go into request topics now. Hold on, coming back around. Okay, this one comes from Jay. E3, holy shit. I'm noticing a trend here with things. E3 will soon be upon us. What are you guys hoping to see or not see?
Didn't we?
We kind of talked about it. I think we talked more about what we wanted to see from Nintendo the last time.
I just talked about whatever the fuck I wanted to see.
I said before, I'll say it again, I'd like to see The Last Guardian actually be announced with a date. I know my wife wants to see Kingdom Hearts 3 announced with a date. I don't really know what else is coming down the pipeline, in all honesty, though. I feel like I'm really behind on my E3 game. I mean, I have a feeling this year, and this is what I don't want to see, I think E3 is going to be more centered around the whole VR thing than anything this year. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to see it just because I don't really give a shit right now, but I do want to see it for the fact that I want to see CEOs out there in VR headsets. I want to see somebody fall off a fucking stage. That's what I really want to see. Like them in a fucking world, and they're just like walking around because they don't get how their product actually works, and they just fucking head dive right off a stage. I would love that to happen.
Speaking of VR, there's so many crazy fucking new VR games that are just like out of control. Like apparently, some of that was a good idea to use VR to help try and do therapy for people with arachnophobia by having them in the VR world sitting at a table where when you look down at the table, spiders appear. And every time you look up and look back down, more spiders appear.
That wouldn't help me. That would only help me destroy my expensive headset. Because I'll be like, get this away from me. It's a demon full of spiders.
Pretty much.
I thought you were going to say from you put the headset on and it just plays arachnophobia. Like
that fucking movie.
You put the headset on and it's like Halloween 3 where it just turns into spiders and your head explodes.
But no, as far as things I'd like to see, I'm not sure if Turtle Rock has any kind of say in it because it's still just Steam. I mean, I'm Valve, but Turtle Rock is the company that originally helped the people that helped make the first Left 4 Dead.
Right.
I would love if they announced, like, even if it wasn't like a date, just Left 4 Dead 3, because I love those two games. They were Left 4 Dead 1 and 2 were just very good, cooperative, zombie shooting fun. It was fantastic.
I did like it. It was a good co-op thing, but I kind of wish they would throw a decent single player campaign into it though, because I like what it was. It could definitely be
built better.
Yeah,
they mostly built the game to be multiplayer, which I know I brought it up. I can't remember which. It was a while back, but Steam is moving more. Valve. I shouldn't stop saying it's fucking Steam. Steam's a goddamn platform. Valve is moving towards less one-player focused games. Which has got a lot of people worried that, like you were saying earlier about Half-Life 3.
Yeah,
it might not happen because Valve wants more multiplayer focused games. Which, yes, that is Left 4 Dead. Yes, that is a good title. People will buy it.
Yeah,
but I don't see like a Call of Duty-esque single player, not like legit Call of Duty, but you know what I mean.
Right.
In its scope for just one person to play through.
And it's kind of worrying me.
Action sequences to save other people and stuff.
Yeah, it's worrying me that a lot of companies are going this route lately because I'm like, games having like a main core mode that was a good story and a good game. That's what got us to where we are, and abandoning all that just to get on a multiplayer thing. It's like connecting people's great. I love playing Destiny with Jason when I get to. It's fun. But, I also liked the single-player part of Destiny where I got to learn what was going on.
Yeah.
So
it's funny that you mentioned that. It's because Doom right now, it's touted as having a extremely entertaining and rewarding single-player campaign. Whereas its multiplayer, people aren't enjoying it as much.
No, because it's Unreal Tournament.
Yeah.
It's something that's already been done.
And they've actually talked about having an update to fix that. But I also find it funny because their, Snap Map or whatever, that you can like build stuff.
Mm-hmm.
People have been doing very, very interesting things with that. Yeah. And that some guy made basically Dota, but in Doom. Some guy did a demon farming simulator. And
oh right, because yeah.
And another guy made a demon fashion show with that mod, basically.
That's funny.
It's pretty
funny.
fucking great.
I gotta see that. That's funny. No, but that's the thing. Like, I really haven't played any of the Doom multiplayer, but I still hail it as probably my favorite FPS that's going to be out this year because it's fucking. I love the game.
Yeah,
it's
single player,
great.
it carries it.
Yeah,
and that will be what a lot of people are craving right now because it's like you said, the market's flooded.
Yeah,
multiplayer. And multiplayer exclusive games.
And so is the FPS market. Sometimes it's the only fucking games that are being made anymore. Like,
yeah, and they're almost all exclusively multiplayer.
Yep.
It's getting to the point where it's just like, can I buy this game and enjoy it without having to be online?
Yeah, exactly.
Which, for a lot of people, they don't want to have to play online all the time. Like, I play Dark Souls.
Mm-hmm.
I love the games, but I fucking sometimes just feel like I need to start playing offline because I fucking hate getting invaded. Because
you know, I have so many embers now because like when you told me like, well, if you're not kindled, then you're not going to get invaded. I'm like, fuck it, I'm never going to have it then. I have probably like 8 or 9 fucking embers right now, and I'm like, I don't care. I'll keep collecting these motherfuckers. I'm not getting invaded. I am not having that happen to me again.
It's just such, it's an annoying thing where it's just like, I'm playing right now because I want to play by myself.
I'm just trying to do
enjoy
my shit.
The scope and the magnificence of what Dark Souls world is. If I wanted the PvP, which for Dark Souls 3 they actually made it a lot more convenient for that, you can click on the goddamn person's red sign or their purple sign to summon that dark spirit, which is funny to me because there's actually Dark Souls fight clubs all over the place. It sounds ridiculous, but it's fucking true.
That is pretty
and
funny.
It's like legitimate dueling between 2 people. You don't fucking heal. There's rules. There's fucking rules. There's always rules. You don't heal.
Good, because I think the healing's bullshit.
Well, if you get invaded, chug that Estus.
No, I'm just saying, like, if you're gonna do a PvP match,
no,
don't heal. It's fucking you to the best, you know, down to the end.
Yeah,
that's it. I do love though whenever I play with you and somebody comes in and they're running and then they see 2 guys and they're just like, huh! And they start backing away and they wave, you know. We're just like, come on, motherfucker. You wanted this. Let's go. And then Ultimate Warrior just comes flying out with an axe.
Yeah, that's the character I made to play with Matt.
Yeah, it makes me laugh every time. Because like when you stand over a sign that somebody put down for you to summon them in, you see like a ghostly image of them, and it's just Ultimate Warrior just standing there. His hair's like waving around. It's great.
So any other thing you're looking forward to?
I've said it before, and if
Cuphead?
I'll say it again. Cuphead.
It's not coming out,
I
bro.
saw that they actually
Gabe Newell bought it.
They released some more info on the platforming levels. It's going to definitely be at E3, and it's definitely happening this year. They came out and they said it's definitely happening. So
motherfuckers have been saying that shit about a lot of things.
Well, I know.
I still don't have them.
I also heard some rumors, I don't know if they're true or not, that Crash Bandicoot might be coming back.
I'm not sure how I feel about that. If they go to route like Retro Studios did with Donkey Kong Country, I'd be interested. But as that series went on, it became more and more unlike itself.
Right.
Oh yeah, it totally did. And then it imploded when it's like, let's make a kart racer.
Well, then there was like 5 of those, and I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I played Crash Bandicoot, I was a wee lad, and I enjoyed it. It was a really good game. And then second one came out, good. Third one came out, good. And then it just metamorphosis into like, what the fuck am I playing?
I just find that funny. Like, I wonder if that means we'll start bringing other obscure like ones back. Like, what if Bugsy makes a comeback?
Yeah,
Bubsy's dead.
I don't know. I don't know who owns the rights to Bugsy.
Captain America killed
Acclaim.
Bubsy.
Acclaim. They did back then anyway.
I mean, we already saw a few times where people have tried to bring these characters back, like Rocket Knight came back poorly.
Well, yeah, because they're just like, hey, let's put some shinies on stuff.
HD. Yeah.
God damn it.
I say, what about Rystar? Sega's not doing much with that character.
Sega's not doing shit.
I love how we're just kind of like saying like things that people could make, and not like what's actually going to happen.
Like, here's the thing: it's like not a ton has been brought up.
They're keeping a lot in the shadows.
I know what I don't want to see is I don't want to hear any of the shit about like PlayStation 4.5 or because I know that's going to be a focus.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about it.
I don't think it's going to be a main focus though.
Microsoft's
They'll
Project
have a press
Scorpio.
conference about it though. You know they'll have a conference.
They'll do like a State of the Union press conference where they'll discuss it, but I don't think they're going to be like, "Here it is, your new PS 4.5."
It's supposed to be released this fourth quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think they're going to reveal it like a new car on The Price is Right. I think they're going to.
I wonder if PlayStation will do us a deal like Destiny did. They were like, so if you bring in your year one PS4, we'll give you $20 towards the.
What if I don't have one? Then it's double the price.
Yeah.
No, but as far as like games that are at E3 that I'm interested in, the Project Tokyo, whatever that was, the Fire Emblem.
Oh yeah.
The crossover. I actually am pretty interested in that. After I found out what it was, that seemed like it'd be a really cool fucking time. I usually like those kind
Is
of
that
games.
the one with like the Atlas titles?
Yeah.
Across it? Yeah.
Atlas makes good decisions.
I heard some rumors about there possibly being something about a Marvel vs. Capcom 4.
I'm not sure.
I doubt that.
If
I heard it in a rumor mill. I doubt that it's going to come around because
if they're
they
gonna
failed
do it,
terribly with
they
3.
need to do it
Like they did with 2.
Yeah.
Like
One game.
yeah, one game, but I get it that you don't want to there's now the Game of the Year edition with all these extra characters. I just want it to have all the fucking characters it used to have.
Yeah, let me unlock it by earning it.
Just like Street Fighter, but I don't get this idea that like you can't put characters from a previous game into this current one.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like people
Especially
don't want
when
to play them.
It's supposed to have more data space and
Yeah.
it's the future with less.
I know, like, for, like, WWE, like, 2K17 is supposed to be their largest roster ever. We're talking possibly 120 wrestlers.
Yeah.
At least. And that's before DLC. So, like, this, why not treat Marvel vs. Capcom the way they did Smash Brothers?
I was just about to bring that up.
Yeah. I just think that would make the most sense.
Because for the most part, Smash Brothers roster has increased without losing too many of the characters that were previously put in the game, which I found bullshit because when they went from Melee to Brawl, they removed Young Link, Dr. Mario, Pichu, and somebody else I can't fucking remember, because they were copies of other characters that were in the game. But Ganondorf's a copy of fucking Captain Falcon. You kept him. You slightly changed Luigi so that he's not a copy of Mario anymore. And then you know what you did for fucking Smash Wii U? You brought back Dr. Mario and Toon Link. Wait, no, sorry, not. You added Toon Link in place of Kid Link, which is still a copy of fucking Link. And then you add 5 Fire Emblem characters that are all the fucking same.
Well, we're gonna have to move on because we got a new request. A guy giving us requests.
My buddy Josh. In
yeah. Was he in that group
Yeah,
today?
Rhode Island.
Was he in that group?
No.
Okay, he's not in that group. Okay.
You haven't talked to Josh, but he listens to the show quite often. And this past Monday, which was the 5th,
Yes.
he sent me a shit ton of messages talking about basically what we were referring to back on that episode, which was the whole Marvel and DC universe and the movies. And he feels, yes, the Flash is getting boned because he's not being asked if he wants to be in the movie, which
horrific.
it's bullshit.
It is.
Yep.
Just find some new kid because why the fuck not? The current guy, in my opinion, he looks like Barry Allen.
Zack Snyder came out and said that he doesn't fit the feel that they want for this universe.
Is Zack Snyder
Who is they? Who is they? Zack Snyder? Zack Snyder and the voices in his head?
Yeah, the voices in his head that when Batman raped? Yeah.
Yeah.
God damn, you stole my joke. What are you doing back there? I am the knight.
This knight's getting butt fucked. Anyway.
I am the knight.
He then went on to talk about how Marvel's doing quite well in keeping the continuity between their TV shows and the movies together by having them very parallel, in which things that happen in the movies are actually referenced in the show and vice versa. And he also brought up that Charlie Cox, the guy that plays Daredevil, has stated that he would be all about playing Daredevil in the movie should they add him to any of the cinematic universe, which would be really fucking cool because he does a well job. So they decided to add the Defenders. And he brought up that apparently FX is doing a show called Legion, which, if you know anything about X-Men, it's Xavier's son, who, by the way, is pretty much one of the most powerful beings in the cosmos. This is word for word, by the way, people, not me just ad-libbing. And Fox and Marvel Studios are working together on it. While Bryan Singer is still a producer, so is Jeff Loeb, the guy responsible for the Netflix shows. So, in the hopefully near future, we will have some bridge between Fox and Marvel so we can finally have Marvel fix everything that Bryan Singer broke with the X-Men and have Wolverine and Storm finally in the Avengers, where they fucking belong. Because I think Fox saw Civil War and was like, damn, Sony made the right call to get their fucking help on that character, because it's weird how the creators of the damn comic would know how the fuck to portray him on screen. Also, Brie Larson is the front runner for Captain Marvel.
Yeah. Which
it's gonna happen.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, she looks the part.
No, sure.
So
yeah, absolutely.
Whatever. And if you got good acting chops, good, get in there.
I did hear about Legion. I didn't know much on the character. That's not a character I've read much about, so I didn't know.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's getting thrown in. That hat's getting thrown in the ring. That's really cool. The whole thing with Marvel and the X-Men thing, Fox finally saying, "Hey, we surrender because we fucked up." That's great to me. I'm all for having the proper X-Men characters in an Avengers movie because I think it should happen. I mean, obviously, I think the ship has sailed on the Avengers ones that are planned as far as leading into Infinity War, so they might, if anything, show up in Infinity War, and it's just going to kind of be like how they did with Spider-Man with this past Civil War movie. They bring him in, they give some kind of a brief, this is what you've been doing kind of thing, and it just goes on like nothing has ever changed.
Indeed.
Which is perfect. I still have not seen Civil War, but I've heard enough about the Spider-Man thing that it's pretty much been spoiled for me.
Oh, it's been spoiled? I can fucking tell you everything. It's good. You'll enjoy it.
I'm pretty sure I will. But it's I've heard enough from people just coming into the shop and being like, "Oh my god, it's Spider-Man when they did this and that." And I'm just standing there I haven't seen it yet.
Well, first of all, shame on you for working at a comic shop and not seeing it yet. Because
stop saying that to him every time.
You're gonna get spoiled. I'm just saying. It's not like shame on you. You should be knowledgeable. It's shame on you. You're gonna have it ruined for you.
I wish I had the available time to just go to the movie theater whenever I wanted to.
See, it's weird. I don't know
we need
how
24-hour movie theaters.
I'm not sure how your comic store works, because I've not been there. But the Lancaster comic store, people treat it like a library, and they're very quiet in there. I mean, I'm sure you've been in there with me. I mean, I'm the loudest person in there because it's a comic store. I don't have to keep my voice down.
Right.
We're not quietly reading to study or something.
We actually, I mean, if you're going to come in and look around, you don't really want to talk, it's fine. We don't have someone that's like, "Oh, you got to come in and talk to us and be as loud as you possibly fucking can." But we do have, a lot of regulars that know us all by name and, everything, and we talk out loud about, anything that comes to mind. What's that?
About everything?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, one thing about you guys I noticed is when somebody walks in, you're not yelling at them from across the room like they do at GameStop. "Hey, welcome to GameStop!"
Because they have to fucking do that.
It's stupid, and the powers that be should make that end.
That's the problem. The execs don't give a shit, and they don't know what's going on. They don't understand.
That makes people uncomfortable.
It really does. But they don't get this. It's just like when you go to any store. It's not just GameStop.
But they're the ones that are the loudest.
And they're just like, "Hey, welcome to here. These are the deals. I'm going to follow you around for about 5 minutes until you find something." Then we're like, "Are you good to go?"
No.
Leave me alone.
He's got a point. FYE is a big offender of that. You come in and "Hey, welcome to FYE. This is the new movies out. Yeah, help. I want to tell you about the sales." And I'm like, it's movies. I can get it. You have 1,000 yellow signs everywhere about what you're dealing with.
It's even worse at FYE, because this happens to me all the time. You'll get approached by one person, not even 2 minutes later, another person will come, and they saw you talking to them, they'll tell you the same fucking
One
spiel.
time I asked a person, I don't remember if it was GameStop or FYE, I'm like, you're the third person that's talked to me. You guys work on commission?
I just loved, for the longest time when I went into FYE, because that's where I got a good bit of my Godzilla collection for the most part. And, you know, I'm always thumbing through that area, and they're like, can I help you? And I'm like, I'm looking at movies that you're going to know nothing about.
Yeah.
I'm like, in all honesty, I'm probably the only guy that comes in here and fingers through this section.
Which one? The Matthew Broderick one or the Bryan Cranston one?
It's like, do you want me to
Both.
punch you? You see that 98 one? Get the fuck away from me.
The last thing that Josh brought up, which is pretty fucking a good point he makes, is recently Marvel has been killing it with their movies and DC's flailing, which is why they're doing the reboots and all that. Their movie, while it made money, didn't do as well as expected. Also, with all their talks of the DCU and all of that, it seems that their studio's on fire and they need to fix their house before they try and make movies, because they're really just doing a disservice to the fans at this point. While I'm a huge Marvel fan, I don't want DC to fail. Because if they put out a good movie, it will make Marvel step their game up also. Progress only happens when faced with opposition, and if there's no competition, the movie might start to get stale.
I agree. I think with them dethroning Snyder a little bit, that's going to help.
It certainly will, because they've been having a really big problem with picking the proper people to write and direct their films.
Well, right. Well, I mean, even looking at it this way, not defending Snyder, his fingers have been in a lot of this like the comic book stuff for quite some time. Mm-hmm. You're going to have director burnout if you stick to one fucking thing for how many years. Look what happened to Sam Raimi with Spider-Man 3.
Sure.
I'm sorry,
Spider-Man 1 was good. 2 they kept letting him do, but they were starting like, come on, you got to get this shit in there, Sam. And then when 3 came around, it was just like several years of just people like, you got to get Venom in there somehow. Got to get Venom. And he's like, fine, fuck it. Put whoever you want in the goddamn movie. I'll slap my fucking name on it. I don't care anymore.
Like, turns to his brother. He's like, Ted, it's all yours.
Yeah.
I'm leaving.
Ted just, they're like, I'm going to make a cameo. Is that cool? Like, fuck, nobody likes you, Ted.
Do it anyway.
Do whatever you want. Nobody likes you. But
I'm sorry, but I didn't like any of the Spider-Man movies.
That's fine. You're entitled to whatever. But I'm just saying, like, that's what I always go to as a show
example,
of
though.
Director burnout. Now you got, the Avengers movies. It's just been the same director again, and like even look at Favreau, like 1 and 2 of Iron Man, and then the studio. He was getting tired of that shit, and he's like, "Fine, fucking, I'm done. You get a new director for 3." And to me, that's the worst one of all of them. Mm-hmm. I fucking hate Iron Man 3. It's just
I like 3 more than 2.
Well, okay, 2 was shit too.
2
but
was so fucking boring.
At least with 2, most of the people still kind of stuck to what they were, and they didn't waste Ben Kingsley's talent.
they certainly did.
But with them giving him a break and putting somebody fresh in there, I think they could turn some stuff around. The new comic universe, if you haven't got into it yet or read any of it, I highly suggest you do. The stories are fucking amazing. What they're doing with this new universe and the things that they're tying into it is brilliant. I've been waiting forever to have a DC story to read again, and I'm so glad that I can say that there's more than what I thought there was going to be of good stories to read.
So that's always a good thing to hear.
The new
action.
What's going
to happen?
What?
That's going to boost sales for...
Oh, it already has. I can even tell you...
Which means they'll also decide, people are really interested in our stuff, and it's because of the writers we got for this.
Yeah, I can already...
hire the better people for the movies.
I can already tell you, like, just from our store alone, looking at the things, like, this is the first couple weeks in a while that we've had sold-out cards for DC stuff on the wall. Because mostly, we're just like, we can't get rid of it.
Well,
so, like...
And it's like, I think a lot of people feel as though we're Marvel fanboys. That is definitely not the case. I mean,
love DC.
Yeah,
Green Lantern's my favorite hero.
Yeah.
Yeah, Batman is my favorite. So, like, I, want DC to be successful. I just don't want Zack Snyder to be successful.
Right.
That's a very good point.
But I mean, like, the caliber of stuff that I'll give you an idea real quick, and then we got to end the show. with the new Action Comics, they're continuing the run from way back in the day, before like the whole New 52, because like the issue's like 937 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In this one, it's the Superman that everybody grew up with. He's got a house and a family and everything, and he's watching TV and he sees Lex in this powered armor suit that has a giant S on it, because Lex decided there's no Superman anymore, so somebody's got to do something to help people, right? But that's his angle. Superman's at home, he sees this, and he's like, nope. Like, it's written out better than that, but I'm paraphrasing.
Oh, yeah.
But he's like, nope. He goes into the bathroom, he gets a mirror, he's using his laser, because he has like a big beard, he shaves it off.
So that's what they fucking canonized that then?
Yep.
Who was that? It was one of the, I think it was one of the Mythbusters, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, yeah, he just uses his fucking laser vision.
So he lasers his beard off, he's in his suit, and he's flying away. And, like, he meets Lex in the city, and he's like, you're up to something. And Lex is like, wait a minute, you can't be here. This isn't right. This doesn't make sense. I saw Superman die. You're not here. You know? And he's like, but it sounds like you, but you're a lot older. I don't get what's going on. And Superman's like, I'm not falling for your tricks. You know who I am. So they start fighting, right? And it's this big battle going on.
Lex.
And then you see Olsen. He's down in a crowd. He's like, taking notes, filming the whole thing, and you just hear somebody like, fill me in, Jimmy, what's going on? He turns around, and there's Clark Kent. And I was just like, this is cool. Like, and I'm not even a real big Superman fan. And I'm like, I'm intrigued. You got me. I want to know what the fuck's going on. So that's what I mean. The DC said, hey, this is our properties. You guys are talented writers. Do something with it. And that's what they let him do. And so far, everything's great. I can't complain about any of it.
Yeah.
So that'll end it. Jason, you want to tell everybody?
Well, there's quite a few places we can be found. If you want the full list, they can be found in the annotations below. Quite simple.
Well, you do great work for the show. I'm not going to...
We love you, Will. You're